Good morning. Welcome to Sunday at Planet Comicon. Is everybody having a great time? Before we begin, just a few reminders. There's no video or flash photography. The exits are in the rear. Please limit your question to one question and no hugs or autographs, please. And now, you know her from her roles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Bring It On. Put your hands together and let's welcome to the stage Geek Nation's Claire Kramer.
Hello. You guys, welcome to the last day of Planet Comicon. Can you believe it? Have you guys been having a good time? Come on, you can cheer a little louder than that. Have you guys been having a good time? Okay. We have another great lineup today, and trust me, you're going to want to stay for this whole panel. Anybody a Harry Potter fan? You guys ready to make a little magic? Yeah? Please welcome Tom Felton.
Sorry, I'm coming. Richmond. I'm coming. Chief? Sorry. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Nazarene. Thank you. Sorry, that runway. Am I supposed to come out now or not?
You are, and they're also going to play a video for you. So we get to watch your work and look at you in person.
Thank you.
Carelessly noticing when Harry was looking. And my name's Malfoy. Draco Malfoy.
Oh, you're gonna regret this.
Class dismissed.
You and your bloody chicken.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Tom-
that's fun.
Tom, how amazing has it been to be able to be part of something so epic as, Harry Potter, and to basically have your whole youth and teenage years documented on camera?
Yeah, that bit's a bit scary. It's really cool, man. It's really cool. It doesn't sink in. It's still very emotional. I could easily just watch that and start crying and just be like, that's my entire fucking childhood. So yeah, it's
When was the
pretty
point
special.
that you and Daniel and everyone kind of realized, like, wait a minute, this is not just a normal, franchise we're a part of. There's something really, really special going on here?
very late, if anything. We were kind of kept in a bubble of, while we were shooting the films, we didn't really get to see, or at least I didn't get to see firsthand quite how mad the reaction was really. Japan, the first time I went to Japan, I was like 16 years old. I didn't even know if they had Harry Potter in Japan, and there were a line of people waiting at the airport with Hello Draco signs. They all dress like Draco over there. They're fascinated by the Malfoys.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like smooth skin and blonde hair or something. Apparently it's huge over there.
Like
so,
a meetup of the most Dracos ever.
Yeah,
I love
it was terrifying, but it really was. But it's slowly sinking in. But even now, this is not something that's normal or will ever feel normal to me. There's 1,000 strangers looking at me. I'm on a stage. This is weird.
It's fantastic.
But it's fun. Yeah, it's a lot of
It
fun.
is. So,
Can I say, this is my first time here in the big KC, and I've had, nothing but like the warmest hospitality, and far too many people were offering me drinks last night.
have you had barbecue yet?
Yeah, I had Oklahoma Joe's.
Yeah.
And I'm not a barbecue fan inherently, but it was bloody good, I must say, yeah.
It is bloody good.
It was.
And I love that you just said that.
Yeah.
All right, really quickly, while we have everyone lining up and
Yeah.
stuff, tell us about when you first, auditioned for the role and how you came to be Draco.
So they had open auditions in England for anyone that was a fan, which there were quite a few of at the time. I actually hadn't read it. I was one of the ignoramuses that was claiming that it wasn't cool to read at that time. I know. I shot myself in the foot slightly there. And then I remember they lined us all up, and they asked us which part of the book are you excited to see turn into the film, and it only got like 2 away. Funny enough, Emma was standing next to me in the first auditions, the girl who plays Hermione, which is bizarre.
That one girl.
Yeah. So the kid next to me said, "Oh, Gringotts," and I realized I don't have anything to say here. So Chris Columbus was the director asking us, "What are you most excited about?" I just said, "Yeah, man, those Gringotts." I can't wait to see the Gringotts like in the air. I don't even know what I said, but I lied through my teeth, and I'm pretty sure he saw that straight away and was like, "Yeah, this kid will make a good Malfoy."
That'll work. That'll
So
definitely
it really worked. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, let's get right to it. We have tons and tons of people who want to ask you questions. So
Far away.
why don't we have the first person come on up to the mic? Don't be shy.
I was wondering, what was the most embarrassing blooper that happened during the filming of the Harry Potter movies?
Oh,
Like for you?
There's plenty. But you remind me of a nice story with dearly departed Alan Rickman. In the 6th film, there's a scene where after they kill Dumbledore, the Death Eaters sort of march out of the Great Hall in almost like a goose V formation, if you will. And the director asked me to get as close behind Alan as possible, close behind Snape, to make it look dynamic for the shot or whatever. Snape has a rather long cloak, which is attached to his neck. And before we even started, he turned around and said, "Don't step on my effing cloak." To all of us, to the 5 of us behind. And we all laughed and then thought, like, he's definitely serious. He's definitely.
It's not a laughing moment.
So, and then naturally, first take, because I'm just trying to look up, not look down at my feet. About halfway down the Great Hall, just stepping, yank! Yeah, it's embarrassing because you're really worried about him beating the life out of you. I don't know. He's quite a scary man, or he was a scary man as Snape. He was an absolute charmer as Alan, but yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
Thank you. Great question.
Thank
Kick
you.
it off. Yes, hi.
Okay, did you ever steal anything off set? And can you please do your Draco voice?
As far as I know, it was the same voices that I'm using now. I think it's slightly posher, but other than that, it's pretty similar. What was the first?
Did you steal anything? He's not going to tell you.
No. No, I didn't. We were actually, there was very, very strict searches and stuff, so I've borrowed select items that I'm taking care of for now, but no, there's only one wand. We only ever had one wand each and one foam replica. There's only like a handful of Nimbuses. It's not easy to swipe that stuff. But I got Draco's ring. He wears a silver ring from the 3rd film onwards thank you, that I have on my mantelpiece, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, lovely.
What was the lockdown on the script situation? Like how
Well,
far before shooting, or would you ever get a full script?
yeah, Potter was one of the first productions that, see now when you get a script, it has individual numbers on it. So if you lose your script, they know exactly who lost it. Yeah, I was one of the reasons they implemented that system. Yeah, so that's how they did that, and so yeah, surprisingly, I guess it never got out.
Yeah. Yes.
Hi. For so much of the series, we see Draco as like a bad guy, mostly because of the prejudices he was born into. But towards the end of the series, we see some of the internal conflict he deals with, and we get the idea that there's room for some redemption there. J.K. Rowling said that Draco is not as redeemable of a character as the fans would like to think. What are your thoughts on the redeemability of Draco as a character?
Oh, they're not vastly optimistic, to be honest with you. I think he had his moment. I think the nice thing about his story is it is left to interpretation slightly. You do get to kind of figure out or dose as much empathy as you want behind his situation, because yeah, truth is he's a product of piss poor parenting and being bullied really by his dad, and he doesn't have a choice to do any of this stuff. So it's quite a sad little tale, really. But is he a good guy underneath it all? I don't think so. Yeah. I think he's always going to be that little slimy git. It just, he had less hope with Lucius around. It's quite cool though at the end, because they did shoot a few different things as well about Draco saving Harry, or not recognizing him on purpose, and then there was a few other things that they never ended up using, I don't think. But yeah, I don't consider Draco and Harry to be best of chums in the 19 years in the epilogue. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
No more Potter questions, please. You're going to catch me off ground. I know you guys know it better than I do.
Hi. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, I've had a crush on you since I was like 7, so it's nice to finally meet you in person.
Fucking A, man. Rock and roll. Thank you.
And my question is, do you have any advice for aspiring actresses?
Yeah, absolutely. Do it. I mean, just do it. It sounds stupid, but like so many people are waiting for something to then do it, and it's like you have to just do it. Like, if you want to be a writer, you write. You don't wait for someone to read it or to validate it or tell you it's good or bad. You just write because that's what you want to do. So, as a kid, I thoroughly enjoyed imitating Jim Carrey or some other ridiculous actor, and that was fun for me. The fact that I'm here doing it for a living is just a blessing that's come out of nowhere, really. I think do it because you love doing it and have no end goal in sight, because the opportunities are limitless, but they're also bound very tight if someone demands them or forces them.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Good luck. I hope we work together soon.
Yes, good luck. Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Okay, so my question is, if you could play any other role in the Harry Potter series, who would you play and why?
I bet you've never been asked this before.
Well, it changes. The answer does change daily.
It does, yeah.
I just love Hermione's hair, so it's... I think I'd be a good Hermione.
Who would you play?
Yeah, who would you go for?
Yeah, probably Hermione.
Well, I was kidding.
She's
Yeah. I'm definitely joking there. I'd stick to the bad side. I'd be my dad. I'd be Lucius, or Voldemort's a bit heavy, so I'd just one of the Death Eaters or something slimy. And it's great because throughout the entire years of Hogwarts, everyone had to be, all the other kids were smiling, and they had to be like talking to each other and interacting constantly. Draco just sits there and looks miserable. It was a lot of fun most of the time. You just reminded me of that, actually. Thank you, lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. What was the most fun thing to shoot in Harry Potter?
I mean, there really is too much to pick from here. But I remember the bathroom dueling scene in the 6th film was a lot of fun, because without ruining the illusion too much, when we did spells, nothing happened. I hope there's not too many young kids in here. So they added it in afterwards, which was not very satisfying as an actor to sort of, Expelliarmus, and nothing happens. So this time they actually rigged the entire bathroom up with these things called squibs, which are like small explosives that give off a bit of dust. And they also hooked up the toilets so they would explode, and water would go everywhere. So, when we went, Expelliarmus, the toilet blew up. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. Daniel and I, we enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From a fan's perspective, do you have a favorite film of all the iteration?
I like the last 2, really. I don't know. I like the last 8.
That's a good answer. Yes, hi.
Hi. What was it like having
Good
to
Lord.
hug Voldemort?
Where are you? There she is. Right. Hi.
Hi.
You look fabulous.
Thank you. What was it like having to hug Voldemort?
Awkward. He's a terrible hugger. Unscripted, we did that walk like 50 times at least, I'm not joking. And one take out of nowhere, he just decides to hug me. And you can see it in my face during the take. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And I never in a million years thought that would be the one they use. But they did, because there's something really weird about it. What I really like is how in England, when we watched that at the premiere, there's like great silence amongst the crowd. Like, ooh, that's really daunting and scary. In America, burst out laughing. Like, yeah, either way, it's a celebrated scene, so yeah.
Okay.
But no,
Thank
he's
you.
a terrible hugger. Stay away.
Thank you. And you look great, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, lovely.
Yes, hi.
Good morning.
Morning. Hi. Sorry, I have to whisper. I'm losing my voice.
That's okay. We can hear you.
Hi. I have a question since I'm a big Borrowers fan and you played P. Green before
Yeah.
Harry Potter. I was wondering.
Fuck yeah, P. Green.
Okay, I was wondering, do you think borrowers exist at Hogwarts? And if they do, what would they borrow from the students, especially from Draco Malfoy? From Draco.
We got it.
Sorry, can you just repeat the question? I'm kidding. That's a great question. I like that. No one's ever asked me that one. Are the borrowers at Hogwarts? Yes, obviously. That's pretty clear. What would they borrow?
Especially from Draco.
Oh, what does he have that's useful? I mean, the wand's bloody huge. So for a borrower, that wouldn't be any good. For those of you who don't know, borrowers are like 3-inch people that live under the floorboards, and they borrow things. Sorry to state the obvious. I have no idea. Some sort of magical potion, or what would they steal? Help me out. Who?
His ring.
Oh, well, yeah, they probably get away with that. Yeah.
Or they could borrow his the jelly beans.
The jelly beans. That would be a massive jelly bean, wouldn't it, for a borrower? What an interesting notion. Thank you for plunging us into that depth. Thank you.
Thank you. Good thing there's not a day 4 of the con. She would not be able to talk at all. Yes.
Hi, Tom.
Hello.
My question is, if you were to go to Hogwarts, what house do you think you'd be sorted into?
Slytherin. Actually, I've been told I'm a Slitherdor. Because I am a nice guy, but I like a bit of room for maneuver in case I don't fancy turning up to class one day or...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you ever done the Pottermore?
Yes.
Okay.
I got Gryffindor. But I think there was something wrong with the system, because I spoke to Jo about this, and she said, it knows when you're trying to answer it in a way. And I was doing this as part of a TV show, so I was like, please get Slytherin here. So I think it knew that I was trying to coax it in that way, and then decided that I was Gryffindor.
It took that into account.
I think so. She claims it does. I mean, who am I to argue with the...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, hi.
Hello.
In the third Harry Potter movie, did Emma Watson actually punch you?
Yes. Hard. She was actually accurate enough just to miss me. However, in training for this scene, a few months before it, I was aware this was coming up. So I came up to her in the playroom, or whatever you want to call it, and said, Emma, we got this scene coming up in a few months. Why don't you practice it, like, hit me? And it was a slap at the time. It wasn't written as a punch. It was a slap. I was like, to just slap me now. Thinking that she knows we've got this arrangement. It's going to be a fake slap, and I'm going to react, and etc. And she just whacked me straight across the head. I was so, taken back by it. I was like, yeah, great, well done. And just sort of walked off. But yeah, she's got a mean right hook. I'll tell you that.
Yes, hi.
When filming Harry Potter, did you ever break your wand?
Ooh, that's a good one.
No. I mean, again, they only had literally 2 copies of each wand. However, I did break my wand. How did you know? And it's how I know it's mine, because obviously there's a million replica wands that you can buy now that look and feel the same as my wand. However, mine has a chip in the rim of it, like half of it actually is missing. The prop guy was very angry at me. Naturally, when you give kids wands, they like to spin them around and throw them at people, and yeah. So I think I was flicking it around my finger and dropped it. So, yeah.
Thank you.
I was a naughty student, really.
Hi.
It's true. They had to sew up the pockets of robes because they were huge pockets, so I used to stuff them with chocolate and crisps. And then forget about them, and of course you leave them in there, and then the pockets just turn into a mass of confectionery, so yeah, I got in trouble for that too. This is quite therapeutic. I'm like, hello, lovely.
Hello. If Draco Malfoy had a time turner, what would he do with it and why?
This is exactly the sort of question I fear. I don't know. What would he do? No, I think something mischievous. I don't know. I mean, you've proper stumped me, actually. Do you have any suggestions? Let's work together on this answer.
What do you think?
What do you think he's going to do?
I think he would go back in time and make it so something, I don't know.
I concur.
Good answer.
No, I think he would basically just mess with Harry, wouldn't he? He would just keep coming back and break his glasses again. Punch him in the face again. He's quite a simple chap, our Draco. I don't think he would really evolve past that. I think he would just be messing with Harry every single day. Thank God he didn't have one. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, hi.
Good morning.
Morning. What was your favorite Harry Potter scene you acted?
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. It really is like picking a few hours of your childhood, which is the best. It's like, crikey, it's a tall order. But doing the scene where we ended up killing Blessed Dumbledore, working with Alan, Helena, and who's the guy who plays Dumbledore? Michael. No, it's great because I was pretty terrified, to be honest with you. I was just used to working with the kids, not working with the grown-ups. So it was pretty daunting, and it was a lot of fun. They were amazingly kind with their time and made the whole thing very... In fact, I messed up the lines quite a bit the first few times with Michael. And we went outside, and I apologized. There's Dumbledore there smoking away on a cigarette. And I'm like, Michael, I'm so sorry about this. I'm going to get my stuff together, going to get my lines right. He's like, do you have any idea how much they pay me per day? He's like, keep messing it up and I'll have a new Ferrari by tomorrow. He was witty. He was good. So immediately I was like, oh, okay. He clearly doesn't care. So yeah, and it's remarkable. It really is to see. If you only could see how nonchalant Dumbledore was when he was filming, like I can't even begin to describe. And the performance that he gives when he's on screen is just remarkably opposite. I've gone off on a tangent, haven't I? Thank you, mate.
But it was a great tangent. It was good. Yes, hi.
Hello, Draco.
Good morning, Spider-Man.
Yes. My question is, were there any parts of the books that didn't get made in the film series that you wish would have gotten there?
Yeah, I mean, lots. I think everyone's got things that they want, to be explored further, even if it's characters that are in it, but we just want to see more of them. I was always a fan of Nearly Headless Nick and who's the other great ghost that was in the first couple of films? Peeves, yeah, man. We had Rick Mayall in the first film doing that, and he was so funny. And then, I don't know, I guess it's just a case of time. They didn't have time to be able to explore every single avenue. I'd like to have seen some more of Nocturne Alley and some more of the darker side. We were only in Malfoy Manor, really, for a week of filming. We could have done a lot more in there, I'm sure. But yeah, all in all, I think they did the best job possible. Is there anything that you personally missed out on?
I got nothing.
Satisfied customer.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
All adaptations end up having to drop characters and storylines, and that's the hard part. Yes.
It is, and testament to the filmmakers that the books are obviously so good with so many loyal followers, and yet the films, I think, stand up on their own. And
absolutely.
So kudos to them. Hello.
Hey, Tom. series like before and after Harry Potter, but do you think there's anything that's going to be like live up to Harry Potter's expectations? I'm a bit nervous, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. No, really, certainly not. I don't think we're ever going to see really the sort of scale of film like this. Certainly not. I'm going to be in it. I think it's amazing that we have all these incredible franchises that come up and they kind of burn bright for a second and then they tend to disappear and a new one comes, and it's the very nature of what Potter readers have. It's spawned a whole generation to want to read and to find these other great stories. But I'm having people come up to me now who weren't even born when I first made the films, saying that they've read them and they're watching the films. They're a rite of passage now. There's something like you're passing it down generation to generation, and it's not going anywhere. I really thought it would start to die down, and they're not, because they're opening more theme parks. They're writing, more musicals, more online stuff. The desire for it is not going anywhere. If anything, the Harry Potter fan flame is burning stronger than ever.
So it's going down in history.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Hi.
Hello.
So first of all, I introduced my friend to Harry Potter a couple months ago. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. Do you think?
She instantly fell in love with Draco, so I just wanted to tell you that. And second of all, how do you feel about a black woman playing Hermione in the plays? Because I know there's been a lot of opinions about that.
Controversial. Might as well bring up Trump while I'm here.
Can't blame ya.
I'll ask the latter question. I think it's great. I don't really have any opinion on it, really. I don't see any difference between them, white and black, so whatever. If she's the right person for the job, she's the right person for the job. Yeah. What was the first question again? Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just telling you that my friend really likes you.
Send my love to your friend, because...
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
You're her friend's favorite.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, lovely.
I was just wondering, does Draco ever come out in like everyday life? Do you ever pass someone that's like
Excuse me?
that
Wait.
muggle?
I don't recall Draco ever coming out. Deleted scenes. Harry and Draco behind that. No. There's enough fan fiction out there with your vivid.
And now there's this.
I've seen some horrendous pictures recently. Sorry, I got sidetracked with that one.
It's okay.
Does part of Draco ever come out in Tom?
Yeah, like you're walking down the street and you're just like, oh, that muggle.
I mean, I just hex people all the time. Just walking.
Really?
Just no, although recently I've been. Sounds wrong. I've been playing with wands. No, I've had my wand in my hand. No. I'm gonna stop because what I wanted to say was it feels really good to have your wand in it. Shut up, Tom. What did you ask?
If Malfoy comes out in everyday
Oh yeah,
life.
no. I'm very lucky that we're complete polar opposites, really. I've got great family and loving people around me. And I have 3 older brothers who bullied me with love throughout my entire life. So I kind of got to be, that was my chance to vent that frustration of being, beaten up daily. So it was fun to be the one doing the beating.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So, kind of like the last question, how do you feel about the Harry and Draco shipping? Like, as a couple?
I mean, it's a bizarre concept to me. Apparently there's one with Draco and an apple. Drapple. I'm not making it up, genuinely. I think it's great. Whatever. I think the very next best thing after inspiring a generation to want to read, it's made them want to create. You know, these kids or anyone, they want to continue writing about these characters and they want to draw these characters. I don't know why it tends to go along the Harry and Draco thing, but it does a lot of that. And Draco and Hermione. Draco's like shipping hard. Yeah. I think it's great that kids get inspired and people want to do that stuff. It's not my particular taste, but who am I to discriminate?
Thank you.
Thank you. My brother has it as his screensaver on his phone.
That's hilarious. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I wanted to ask, what was your most exciting experience on set?
Exciting experience on set. You bear in mind, for the first few, we were just sort of kids tricked into thinking that we were just like messing around and playing. Chris Columbus, that's why he really is the genius of the whole thing, personally, because he knew how to get kids to just be kids and not make us feel like we were on set. So remember for the first time, when we all walked into the Great Hall, that was the first time any of us had ever seen the Great Hall. Chris wouldn't let us see it before it, so he made the whole thing real. You know, we really didn't do much acting in the first two films, and what we did, it was pretty poor. But yeah, it was definitely, I remember that. I vividly remember walking into the Great Hall for the first time thinking, cool, yeah. Bear in mind there was no floating candles, unfortunately. It was scaffolding and riggers, but now I'm ruining the illusion for you, aren't I? Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, let me just say that I'm a huge fan.
Thank you, lovely.
So, there were many amazing sets on the Harry Potter films. What was your personal favorite?
Oh, man. Slytherin Common Room was pretty cool. I loved the Chamber of Secrets. That's one of the few sets we had on that scale. It's literally, about the size of this hall. And it was exactly as you saw it. At one end, they had the vault door that opened, and then you had, 10 of these giant snake heads and water everywhere. It was really freaky. It was genuinely like pretty scary. Like I was pretty adamant the basilisk wasn't going to come out. But it was still pretty, it was very haunting and like mysterious. The bank as well. I mean, they're all pretty amazing, to be honest with you. There wasn't a single set that lacked character and wonder. Again, makes it very easy for the kids. If you put us in a potions class where everything is real and everything's touchable and everything's tangible, most of the time when they have like books in films and they have, things that you're not going to see in the film, they just kind of like fake it and put something else there and rely on the actor's talent to make it seem like it's not there. Whereas in this one, every single book, every single potions thing has been written as if it was for real. So it was very easy to kind of completely immerse yourself in every set. And if you go to any table in any of the classrooms, you'll see DM carved pretty deeply into the tables. Another thing I got banned was the cutlery.
Thank you.
I had so much fun. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I might be a shaking mess.
You're all right. You're in Slytherin. That's okay. Take your time.
Do you keep in touch with co-stars?
No. I'm pretty sure you're asking me whether I keep in touch with my co-stars.
Yeah.
No. I'm kidding. Crikey. It's deathly silent then, wasn't it? Yeah, we're a family. It sounds cheesy, and I'm sure loads of film groups say that, but we're pretty tight. It's a weird upbringing. To be honest, it's a strange one. I consider myself to have a very normal upbringing, really, considering, but no one really knows what it was like. So together, we're kind of a merry band of misfits who maybe not stay in touch as well as we should do, although I'm recently really on it. I called Rupert at like 2 in the morning the other night I was rather merry, and I was watching something that he was in, and was like, I'm gonna call Rupert. And he never answers his phone. I'm bad with texting and all that stuff, but he's literally the worst. And he answered. He was in a coffee shop, and we had a 5-minute chinwag. So it was great. We are very, very, very close.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What was literally the last scene you filmed? I mean, and how bizarre was that after, so long playing the character?
I mean, we did the final battle scene with us all there, which is kind of the last thing that we did together, which we did for like 3 months. It was a long, so we were quite relieved to get out of there, actually, I think, at the end of it. My last thing was a second unit night shot of me walking away from that battle scene.
That's appropriate.
Well, yeah, you're right. But it's like a crew of 20 people, and it's actually perfect because I would have cried. Well, I did cry my eyes out, but I would have done it much worse in front of the entire cast and crew. So did that very English thing of like, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you very much, and just left before I started crying like a girl.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be so difficult. Yes, hi.
What was the hardest part about filming Harry Potter, whether it be the hours or memorizing lines or anything else?
Missing out on school experiences. I wasn't allowed to go. Well, I wasn't allowed to do anything. I wasn't allowed to go skiing. I wasn't allowed to go. I mean, I wasn't technically supposed to do half the things I did, but but yeah, they banned me. Every week I'd bring in something new: a skateboard, rollerblades, remote control cars, pogo sticks. Literally, I used to love this stuff, and each week it would get taken away from me, and I'd have to sign a thing saying, "I promise I won't use it in my spare time," which sounds like laughable now, but at the time, if something happens to you, then the whole production ceases. And as a 14-year-old kid, I just want to go on the school trip with the rest of my friends. I don't really want to stand and be Draco again for the next 12 hours a day. It's not what a kid wants to do. It may look fun from here. This is the highlight reel, The truth is it's 11 hours of waiting and 1 hour of actual filming. And that's why memorizing lines isn't really tough, because you've got all bloody day to do it. Far from complaining. Believe me, I know how lucky I am to have experienced what I did. But at the time, that was the thing that, missing birthday parties, missing school trips, all that nonsense. Turns out I did all right, so I don't feel too hard done by. Thank you, mate.
So you've worked basically nonstop since the end of Harry Potter. Has there been a standout project? And tell us about, you have a bunch of stuff coming out, so why don't you quickly go over all that stuff?
Oh, Christ, I don't know. I'm no good at this, the plugging thing. I don't know what's coming out. I have no idea, honestly. I know I've got an animation film coming out, which is cool. I get to play a wolf and a sheep.
That's different.
It's called Sheep and Wolves. It is, genuinely. Check it out. It's really good. I did... Christ, you put me on the spot there.
How was your experience on Murder in the First?
Amazing. Yeah, that was the first TV series I'd ever done, and I got to live in Los Angeles for 6 months and play a psycho tech whiz kid, which was a lot of fun. And it was really cool because each script we got, I had no idea what was happening. I did the pilot and then implored the writers to tell me what happens to the character, and they refused to tell you. So they just each week you're learning something. All right, I'm doing drugs with a pole dancer now, and that was not in the pilot at all. In fact, I had to get them to sort of promise me that I wouldn't be some sort of cross-dressing maniac by the end of it, where I'd end up, pole dancing in drag. But yeah, those are the exciting things of television, kids.
You were great in that, and I mean, what a different experience where you literally get the script, a few days before versus knowing the whole storyline for a character.
And 9 months to film it versus like 9 days for an episode. And, as you know, they fly through material, which is great. It's so much more interesting and easy to engage with when it's like, when we're on a time budget. Potter definitely had the luxury to take their time.
Yeah, for sure. Is there a certain genre you want to tackle, or is there a certain person you'd like to portray eventually?
Not particularly. There's musicians that I'd love to do adaptations of, or something about their life, but nothing specific. I just want to work with cool, nice people. That's my main thing.
That's a good thing.
And then good characters, yeah. I like finding stuff that's I think anything, I'll probably never find something as rich as Draco to sink my teeth into, but I'll keep searching.
Lastly, do you want to take a picture with all your fans?
Oh yeah,
here?
sure. Actually,
So
wait.
let's everybody. You want to stand up, and we'll get in a big group shot here with Tom.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you have your.
I'm
Okay,
the
perfect.
selfie. I'm the selfie king. Here we go.
All right.
KC. Thank you, lovers.
All right, Tom, you're going to be here the rest of today, right?
Yes, I'm
All
heading
right.
off later on today. Later on tonight. So yeah.
So you guys, make sure you go down, say hi to Tom,
Please.
and one more huge round of applause, Tom Felton.
Thank you for your warm welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Cheers.